Hey there, hope you're doing great. I'm Chris and I'm currently working on Snake No Mistake, my first Godot video game. People around the internet keep saying, hey, share what you're doing, share what you're building, and that's what I'm gonna do today. The idea of this podcast-ish vlog series is to kind of get the idea across what the game is about, how it came to be, and just get some feedback from you guys out there. So I'm going to put some footage from the current state of the game in the background and talk a little bit about it. As you can see, the game is far from being finished. It's still an early prototype with some, icing on the cake here and there, but in the end of the day, it's just a prototype where I'm trying to reiterate on the idea of the game, which is kind of to recreate some memories from my childhood and bring it to 2026. Well, when I was a kid or a youngster, around 10, 11 years, those old Nokia handies were around. If you're my generation, I'm born in 1984, you probably remember them, and each and every one of them had the game Snake on it. So that's kind of what we grew up with besides the Game Boy, Nintendo Entertainment System, and so on. But the thing that I was carrying in my pocket at that time was my early Nokia cell phone, and it had Snake on it. So I played it back and forth all day long. It was fun. It was fun, though very simple. But I like the idea. And recently I've been playing a lot of Survivors-likes, and of course, Vampire Survivors, Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, and so on. And I've been playing a lot of deck builders, which I enjoy a lot. So I thought, how about making a mashup of these three concepts? And that's kind of what you're seeing here. So the idea is you have a snake-like game where you have an ever-growing snake that can level up. You start a run with just 2 cards in your deck. You can, on level up, you collect experience points, which will be spawned when you kill an enemy or in random intervals around the screen edges. When you level up, you can decide whether you want to grow your snake or apply a card or a modifier from your deck, which will turn one of the tail nodes into some kind of weapon or power-up. So, for example, you can spawn a turret node, which will attack enemies that come into range. You can spawn a sniper node, which will always target the strongest enemy, which is the farthest away. You can spawn speed up, like fast feet, which will make you faster. You can spawn a health node, which will make obviously your max health go up. You can spawn a generator node, which will give you more survivability by adding health regeneration, and so on. Just yesterday I've added a node that is an XP collector, so it will stretch out its little tentacle arms and grab for XP in its surrounding, because typically just your head would collect XP once you run over it. But with this node you can collect experience points spawned in your surroundings, which will make you level up faster. So there's a lot of decision making involved. You might, for example, opt for growing your snake, which will make the game harder in a way, but maybe there's not a good card for the situation right now, so you want to grow your snake so that in the next 2 level ups you can apply modifiers to those 2 nodes, to those spare blank nodes. And that way kind of get a delayed gratification, if you will. Stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of strategical depth. Also, you have to plan ahead quite a bit more, or let's say in a different way, compared to Vampire Survivors, for example, where you can just dodge attacks and so on. Here, wherever your head was, one piece of your tail will still be in like 5 seconds. So you need to make sure that you kind of distribute your firepower across the entire snake length in a good, reasonable manner. Where do you put those power-up nodes that do not have an immediate effect on your surroundings, but that affect your general speed, health, and so on? I think it's pretty cool. And just today, I've added booster packs, so you will start with just 2 cards in your hand. And at certain level ups, a booster will be spawned in a certain distance from you. Having 2 effects, it will force the player to move away from the zone where he has been traveling around all the time. So just get off and kind of explore new areas of the map. Once you open a booster pack, you can obviously pick a card that is not yet in your hand, or you can pick a card that you already have in your hand, giving it a higher chance to be drawn from the deck on level up. So there's another layer of strategical depth involved. And then one of the next steps will likely be adding some meta progression. So let's say at the beginning, the sniper turret might be locked. And then once you kill like 1,000 enemies, this card will be unlocked, like in a meta progression way. It will be unlocked for the next runs. So going forward, this card might appear in booster packs for you to apply to your snake. Well, that's basically it. I enjoy the game a lot. I really, when I started, or when I would typically build a prototype for a game, which I haven't done in quite a while, to be honest, but doing the whole balancing thing and the playtesting, it's kind of tiring sometimes, but in this case, it's really fun. So I really enjoy hitting this play button, and then I often realize how I'm not just testing the feature I'm currently building, but like really going for a run and trying to play as long as I can and kind of beat the game in its current state, which is a good sign, I think. And then the 2 most important playtesters that I have, obviously, are my 2 kids. So they're 6 and 10, and they really enjoy the game. They every day they ask me, "Hey, can I play the snake game that you're building?" Which is really good. I mean, we have Nintendo Switch, we have Steam Deck, we obviously have phones, and realizing these kids asking for my game rather than playing, I don't know, Smash Brothers or whatever on the Switch, it's kind of a good sign, isn't it? So they enjoy it and they give me a lot of feedback, which is really valuable, to be honest. It's pretty cool, and I see how they play the game, which gives me a feeling for how difficult it is for newbies. So I might, if you're playing your own game over and over, you become kind of good at it and you get a good feeling for it. You obviously, as a developer, have a feeling for the mechanical side, the mechanics of the game. But you start realizing that, hey, my personal level of understanding for the game isn't what the average user might have. So that's a pretty good indicator that helps me quite a lot, figuring this out. Yeah, if you have any feedback, or if you would like to be involved in the development of the game, or just follow along, leave a subscribe, and even better, come over to my Discord. You can find the it's dead empty there right now. At the time of recording this, I've just set it up, but you can find it at discord.snakenomistake.com. I will also put a link up and put a link in the description, obviously. And yeah, I hope you like what you're seeing in the background. Again, it's a very early prototype. I will obviously iterate on the graphics, on the UI side, and so on. It's still, everything is very, very early. But yeah, let me know what you think about the mechanics, the core idea, the gameplay loop, etc. And yeah, see you next time, guys. Bye!